Number 5, in order to teach this, and in order to give them all this, we still need to do something more. And the thing that we need to do is we need to do one specific thing. You cannot train people using some magical 65-slide deck in an effort to make a point to them over a 2 days, what they call a sales kickoff. Humanly, it is not possible to be taught how to run a marathon in 2 days and then rely on everybody to the remainder of 363 days a year to run that marathon. You still need very specific steps. Step number 1, 10% of the training is in the classroom, 20% is actually role play, and 70% is coaching in the field. This is not something that happens once during their development. This happens ongoing, persistently. This takes place 365 days a year because everything is changing right now. Now, here's how this maps to. On the classroom, you teach why things happen. We do this because of this reason. If young people understand why we do it, they will buy into it. Second thing is, let me explain you how we do it through role play. Let's practice it. And then finally, in the field, what are you doing that we can improve? Specific actions. This why, how, what applied to these 3 models is the way how we can train. Here you see, in this case me, in front of it, and I'm using a whiteboard. When you're explaining a why, it is really good to have a whiteboard. Think of this, when people come out of schools, and in generally where you're being trained, the primary objective of training in school is to achieve certification. I got my diploma. Well, dude, in the workspace, if you have a diploma on a previous blueprint and you can execute it very well, but you sell nothing, then I still don't like it. We need to learn, as leaders in our business, can we train them not just on performance, but can we make sure they implement it correctly? Can they do it correctly? And not on that certification. This is a very different thing. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a video of role play. Again, this is on YouTube. All these videos are available per today. Over 100 videos are there. This is an example of how we role play in front of a young audience and let them have that video using the tools like YouTube.
Hey there, I'm Julie.
And I'm Dan, but I'm an angry customer.
As customer success, we're often dealing with difficult conversations, customers that are angry, maybe frustrated, so how do we handle it effectively? We're gonna do a role play where Dan, the customer, is actually really upset. He just read the product release notes and anticipated that his request that was promised to him was going to be in this next release, but it wasn't. We're gonna start a couple minutes into the call. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ring, ring, this is Dan.
Hey Dan, it's Julie. What's going on?
Julie, finally you called me back. What is going on with your product release?
What do you mean?
Well, you had...
And I know you want to know what she said. Before that, you got to go to YouTube and find that answer to that question. I know that. Okay, this clearly was an example of role play. Seeing the role play and hearing it and hearing people do it encourages people to do it. As I summarize for you, the 5 key points of doing this are as follows. They're not there to achieve money and get paid money because they're on a mission because they want to hit your quota in a sales role. And that means equally to a customer success role. Your young employees, the new generation employees that are coming to you, they want to be on a mission. And that mission is okay to make your company the #1 construction company in your zip code. That is a perfectly fine mission. It doesn't need to be, the next unicorn, Silicon Valley, blah, blah, blah. Let them know that mission. Number 2. What you want to make sure is you want to help them develop a career. I'm not talking about the career to become a CEO in 2 years. I'm talking about a career to be good at their job, step by step. Give them a career plan, as simple as it is. In the next 3 months, we're going to develop this expertise set in you. Number 3, show them the popsicle moments in your business and say if you make these moments and you help me out, this is the moment where it impacts my business the most and therefore it will impact you most. I need you to do this. If you then give them turn-by-turn directions how to do those specific moments, and you coach them through it by team training, by role-playing with them, you're going to have these young people help you make your business successful. And what we know is when they put that mission on, they perform admirably. Because per today, most companies say, welcome, there's your desk, please perform, you figure it out. That's not the right answer. And to see them fail is unfair. Now, in the beginning, I said to you, we're talking about growth. We're talking about 2x growth and 3x growth. And we're talking about all these growth numbers. Let me be honest to you. For those of you who are leaders in this audience, as you look to the new people in your area, we talk about growth. I know many of you. The biggest growth, I'm still thinking about these Dutskies with the tongue out and so on, right? I mean, they're having a pretty good time up there. I still think about growth. The many of you, when you are leaders and CEOs of company, the biggest growth comes from seeing one of your employees succeed. You do not lie or cheat or steal to me. In the end, if you made millions of dollars, but you see 4, 5, 6, 7 of your people actually make careers out of them, you are freaking proud about that. So besides the growth of your company, it is pretty awesome to see the personal growth of an employee that you had just because you helped them out. That should by itself be an enormous motivation for all of you. With that, I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to hand you over to Jeroen, who's going to talk to you a little bit about these beautiful people in these t-shirts and what they have coming up for you. I'm going to kick it off and let it go with this song that we end all our audiences with, and generally when we talk about the young people, we play this video for you. I wanted you to experience it the way how they experience it. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for being here. Feel free, I will be around later on after Jeroen's talk, standing at the stairs to answer some of the questions that you may have. Have a wonderful rest of the event. Thank you for having me.
Listen up, getting louder, louder, louder. Listen up, louder, louder, louder.